as we ask. Carson said he'd show up later, I think. It just said not right now. Anyways, we ask that you mute yourselves once again for the command.
Ready on a chilly spring Atlanta Sunday. Let's go trackside. And now for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome from Prime Video's On a Wing and a Prayer, streaming everywhere April 7th, actor Jesse Metcalf and your Georgia Bulldogs. Drivers, start your engines.
If I'm being honest, pretty mid intro, if you ask me. But either way, the field of 43 cars is ready to roll. So that being said, let's turn on the loud ESPN intro music again, and let's take a look at today's starting grid. Honk, would you like to run down the order with us today? All right, let's kick things off and we'll send it over to Honk. All right, good battle for that points lead. This could be a good start for him today. Austin did it alongside. All right, Honk, take it away. Yeah, no shock to see him up front. And we all know that this is very big if Harvick can win Atlanta today. Just getting ready to. And that will conclude our run through the starting lineup. But Carson is here now.
Hello.
So Honk will be here as our media personnel, and maybe we'll cut to him during pit stops and whatnot. But Carson, it's good to see you here, man, as it always is.
Thank you. Honk, thank you for taking my spot today. As you heard from Random, I'm going to be doing pit cycles and other stuff about the rest of the race.
We may cut into you, Honk, as the race goes on, but we appreciate the pre-race commentary. Very exciting pre-race, extending the pre-race a little bit this race and probably for the remainder of the season. Obviously, Carson having the money to buy his own billboard over there in turn 1, which I have to applaud.
Shut up.
But anyways, looking into this stacked field of cars here today, Carson, any picks in particular as we get ready to possibly go green?
Chandler Smith today. Fast qualifying. And just, he's been fast overall. Also, gonna have to go with the 6 of Brad Keselowski, obviously getting the pole here. Also very fast. I just expect a lot out of those two today.
134 laps on the board today. Brad Keselowski will be your pole sitter. Enjoy in third, though. And a stacked field as we roll off turn 4 here for a chilly Atlanta morning. But we're going to get the green flag here from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Everyone going to try and go single file through turn 1, as the middle lane is obviously the fastest here tonight.
The bottom, though, is looking really interesting. Denny Hamlin looks like he could be the first to break away.
Here comes Corey LaJoy.
LaJoy to the inside. Hamlin in tow. Keselowski losing time on the high side, trying to stick up with where the Fords are. Ryan Herbst is having none of that. 4 wide for third. Herbst trying to tuck in behind the 11. Keselowski's going to go down in front of him. As you can see, that high lane is suffering right now off the start.
Inside is where it's going to be really here today. I don't expect much people to take the high lane as a normal lane.
Watching AJ Allmendinger. He's in 4th on the last ticker, but he's inside the top 10 already. Impressive performance from him. And what is this clown foolery in the back? 6 wide. As Truex hitching a ride behind Ty Gibbs and Travis Pastrana there, a couple Toyotas. It looks like they're going to organize themselves a little bit more back there, so that's good. No crashes early. And the bot cuts out. As it does sometimes. Actually, quite a few times.
Corey LaJoy and Denny Hamlin running that smooth kind of inside middle lane, and they're just, right now, looks like they're kind of trying to pull away from the pack. William
Byron, though, in third, stretching out of hands. He's got, I guess, coming to turn 1, stretching out a paw here, because I'm just going to continue to humiliate Carson in a sense of this. But trying to stretch out a hand with a couple Chevys and Chase Elliott and Daniel Suarez. Truex is up in that mix. Ryan Newman is up in that mix. Newman has had a good car. He's just been very unfortunate this season. I think is a good word to sum it up. So I think a win here could be really, really critical here for Ryan.
He's been unlucky towards the end of these races. He's been consistent throughout the start of races and through the middle of the races, but when it gets to the end, he gets unlucky with fuel, whatever it is.
Yeah, but that being said, I guess going into this, there's a lot of drivers that are desperate for a win. Byron could use a win, Elliott could use a win. They're down there in the standings. Byron a lot better than his teammate, though, in 20th compared to Elliott in 31st. Just out of Kyle Larson in 30th. So a lot of these Hendrick boys, they need wins. Alex Bowman is really the only one having a breakout season this year. Just as a whole, looking up towards the front, a lot of drivers that could use a win to propel themselves even further in the standings. I mainly look at BJ McLeod, who had a really strong car last week. That number 78 Circle B diecast Chevrolet.
I'm looking at Christopher Bell there too, yeah.
Yeah, he has had a terrible season up to this point, 42nd to only Austin Hill, and that deficited by 7 points. So if the hometown hero, Austin Hill, can get his act together, Bell could tumble all the way to the back, and from there, who knows? Hill running 32nd at the moment, trailing Austin Dillon.
As out front, we have Corey LaJoy pulling away from the pack.
Yeah, he has started to break away from Denny Hamlin as William Byron and Chandler Smith battle for position back there. LaJoy is something else, though, today. That is for certain.
Very fast car for Corey.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if Smart Motorsports maybe took a couple of parts from DEI. Honk is summing that up pretty perfectly. 8 laps complete. Couple cars dropping off of the pack. Harrison Burton, Ty Dillon, Chase Briscoe, Chastain, and Allmendinger. Hill and Larson, they're all kind of fighting for their spot. Connor Daly, though, is vibrating around quite a bit, as is everybody. So this might be the segment where we have to kick Honk for VLAG. I'm sorry, Honk. I hope you got the pictures you were looking for. Oh. We'll take this approach. All right, Honk is recording, so we will keep him in the game. So we see Denny Hamlin there. He's in second right now. He's looking pretty strong. But just nothing compared to LaJoy at the moment. Trying to catch him. You see he's going to run a little bit lower on the racetrack. See if they can find a line. And we have a caution in the back. Car spun, and it's Ross Chastain in the one.
Oh, no.
And it looks like he hit the wall pretty hard, so...
Rough start to the one cars day.
Yeah, obviously we can't have him pit right now, but when we restart this race here, I expect Chastain will come down pit road. Hearing on the radio, just kind of off the soundboard, that he is struggling. He is struggling bad. So, Chastain gonna have his work cut out for him here on this restart. Oh,
Chastain's normally fast here at Atlanta. Seeing him.
Oh, he's gonna clip
not
to the
doing
front
this
because
great.
he's gonna pit. Yeah. Corey LaJoie though still leads as we come to the green flag. And green is back out here. So ignore Chastain temporarily because he's pitting. And it no clips him no clips the guys that are pitting.
Seeing Chastain like this at Atlanta is not something that is normal. Chastain's normally a pretty good Atlanta driver.
And Chastain was third in the points going into this race, so he's got a lot of work to come back from. And you can hear him kind of slowing down here as he gets ready to pit. You can see right there. Kind of nursing that car down pit road.
Able to get it down pit road pretty nicely. We'll see.
Solid stop for the one. We'll also take some fuel, which will lessen the deficit ever so slightly. And he's only about half a lap behind, actually. So, very
pretty
short
good pit stop.
Yeah, very short pit lane here. You don't have to worry about a whole lot on this Atlanta pit road. As look who's up to second, it's Travis Pastrana.
We haven't talked about him a whole lot.
No, we have not. One of those new rookies that joined us in Phoenix. And Pastrana was second strongest of the trio, obviously behind Daly, but Hunter Daly really did a lot there. He's running 42nd at the moment, that 50 car, but Pastrana looking good.
Chandler Smith, one of my picks, up in third.
Christopher Bell to the inside, Chase Elliott there as well. Bubba Wallace way down on the bottom. That's another one of Carson's favorites.
Bubba's been fast throughout the whole season. I expect him to get a win pretty soon.
He's been pretty fast. 25th of the points behind Truex. Isn't great. But speaking of points, here comes our points leader, Alex Bowman. Really getting into a cage match with just stacking cars up front.
3 wide with Byron, and it looks like Chandler Smith.
Yeah, Chandler Smith dropping back on the high side.
Still outside 14. Go. No push. Push. Watch your bottom. 34 tops covered. You went 2 steps. Still there.
Hear the spotter communication as these cars are negotiating the pack. As Pastrana trying to run down LaJoie, but Corey LaJoie is just looking really strong here early on.
Still out there 14.
There's
Right now, looking like a rough day for Connor Daly so far.
Yeah, very rough day for Daly. Chris Buescher now looking at the pack. No, Amarola has to check up from the 62. So Amarola drops back, but he gets right back to Hill's bumper. As Daly just really trying to stick with the pack right now. But you can see Chastain back there. He might actually be gaining time on the lead pack. As LaJoie has now put some separation between himself and Pastrana. Alex Bowman in third. As stacking up a little bit in turns 1 and 2, especially going into 1, they seem to sort things out down the back.
Corey LaJoie looking very strong today.
Yeah, very impressive. Although we said the same thing with Harrison Burton.
Phoenix.
And Phoenix, and then he ended up falling off. So not to jinx Corey LaJoie here or anything.
I think Corey LaJoie had a decent race at Phoenix as well.
Yeah, LaJoie finished second, so
yeah, great race for him.
definitely picking up some momentum. and rightfully so, because we're going to Dakota next week, and that I expect to be. I really expect that to be a Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Daly show, if you know what I mean, because they're
Is that
probably
the
the
first
two
road course
biggest.
on the season?
That is the first road course on the season.
That's going to be interesting.
So we'll see how Coda fares and how the drivers take on Coda. Obviously, 43 cars here. Very skilled drivers, diverse range of talent now, especially with Pastrana and Daly joining the group. So it should be fun. It should be really fun to watch.
As we got a fight for second, Alex Bowman and Travis Pastrana, your points leader, trying to get by the 67 machine.
Yeah. Here, Eddie DeHaan back there with Elliott Streetline.
He's points leader, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Bowman is points leader by 7. His competitor, Jimmy Johnson, currently sitting 28th, so Jimmy's got to pick it up. But when you're kind of in a big pack like this, there's only so much you can do.
He's not where he wants to be.
Yeah, Jimmy there is just squeezed in a pack. He's going to need to try something different here.
There's 5 wide right there.
Yeah, we are coming up on a fuel run, though. Coming up on the first fuel strategy. So we'll see how Corey running out here up front has affected him, and it's actually affected him quite greatly. Everybody behind him having significantly better fuel. So LaJoy is by far the worst on fuel, but that's kind of a product of these races is just, you're not going to be too good on fuel. The 3-car group out back, Austin Hill is really holding the field up.
You can tell LaJoy he's been pushing it a little too much this early. That's why he's pretty low on fuel. But we'll see how it affects him.
That's just to get back to Pastrana. Bowman has even more than that. No, we have a spinner in the back. It's Chase Elliott.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
And that will be another caution by the looks of things. This will be right around the fuel run. So, very interesting is Chase Elliott, who has had a very rough... That wasn't Chase Elliott, who spun back there.
Austin Hill. Or something. Who was it then?
We're going to go take a look. We're going to go have a look-see. It was AJ Allmendinger, your defending race winner. That's a big one. Does not look like he hit anything, though. He will not be out of this race.
Looks like kind of the same spin as Chastain, just on the backstretch, not turn 3 or turn 4.
I'm struggling to find his hitbox here. There we go. So Allmendinger will get it back rolling. Once again, he'll just muster it up, it looks like, with the with the flat spotted tires and just try to make it around to green flag pit stops like everybody else is going to plan to do. 21 laps in, 2 cautions already. AJ Allmendinger. This is a saving grace for Ross Chastain. He'll catch up to the pack, and he could really build a big lead here. That one car. So we will see. We will see. Maybe he will end up pitting with Allmendinger or with a group of cars. We'll just have to see, though, as we get ready, looking for this green flag here, and we will find it. Green flag, back out in the air. Corey LaJoy, though, on the outside, and there's his Achilles heel. Pastrana and the Toyota is going to blow right past him here. Tyler Reddick, Kristen Haley, Ryan Preece, and Christopher Bell. I'm currently looking to outcome Pastrana as Reddick's going to actually move up his 2311 teammate and take that lead for himself. So Tyler Reddick out front. The LaJoy pushing Haley pretty hard.
Oh, I'm Preece.
Preece on the bottom.
Once Preece gets that lead, I would not recommend taking it.
That's not a good idea. Preece is a very tough man to pass here. Is AJ Allmendinger somewhat making do back there on worn tires? He just climbed up into 41st, yeah, and he's looking for 40th on Austin Hendrick.
As we found out earlier in the season, Preece has a very hot
hot temper, yeah.
Yeah.
But he will be pitting this time.
Elliott
Elliott will stay out. Looking for a few other folks that might stay out. Not really finding them though. Oh, Ty Dillon back there in 17th. Travis Pastrana is, or Bubba Wallace, sorry. If you look at the cars coming onto pit road, a lot of that field there. And Chastain, it looks like, announces he'll be pitting with that second group, which is himself, McLeod, Gibbs, Wallace, and Elliott. So they're going to see how far ahead they can get.
So you had to click him, right?
And Ryan Preece with a horrible stop. Justin Haley out in front of this pack now. LaJoy and Busher. I don't see anything off about pit road, Mr. Hawk. Oh, and there's a huge spin. Mello is out. Massive accident on pit road. What has happened here? Several cars around. Kevin Harvick, Austin Dillon. See, Justin Haley is in that, or not Haley. Ryan Preece, Chase Briscoe, Ty Dillon, Laney, Bush, the lot. And then tried to go 5 wide on pit road. Yeah, that is not going to work out too well. It looks like Alex Bowman will be forced to retire. Got a hard hit from Ty Dillon. So Bowman will be out of the...
That's going to be rough on points.
That's going to be very rough for Bowman. He will not collect any points today. Neither will Ty Dillon. Obviously, they were both very strong in the standings. Some other drivers able to get away. It looks like Kyle Busch will survive as he gets back out on pit road. William Byron as well. So they will all make it through. Ryan Blaney as well. Dillon, it looks like, will have some damage, but he's not too badly hurt. Same with Kevin Harvick, St. Smith, Briscoe.
Got a hit from Briscoe. I don't know if...
I got a hit from Briscoe. They're going to try to continue. So Bowman and Ty Dillon will be the only two retirements here.
That's going to be really bad for Bowman.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, Bowman had some issues at Vegas as well. Just another bad week to follow it up, so he's going to have a real comeback. And really catastrophic there. That was pretty early in the race. That was the first stop of the day. But you have to wonder, this happening so early, does that kind of spook the drivers a little? Does that get them to say, hey, maybe we should play nice here on pit road? What's your take on that, Carson? Carson.
Hold on.
Yeah, well, Honk sums it up perfectly. Cannot go 5 wide on pit road. But Bubba Wallace, the race leader, and everybody's got full fuel now. So this is big for a lot of drivers. Actually, Bubba Wallace is not your race leader. That role goes to...
I have to go. God dang it. Honk, take over for me.
That will go to Chris Buescher, the race leader. Carson will nope out once again, and Honk will take the spot. That being said, we are getting ready to go back racing here from Daytona. Or not Daytona, Atlanta. As actually, that's really bad for just about all of those drivers, just an alien and whatnot. They're going to be one lap down to Wallace and these guys in the back. Wallace, Chastain, Elliott, Ty Gibbs, and BJ McLeod are all one lap ahead of everybody else because of how pit strategy played out. So we'll slowly see kind of these drivers fan back into the mix, these guys up front. So it's a big race for the free pass right now. Oh, big break up there. And yeah, just trying to be smart if you're one of these cars that is lucky enough to be on the lead lap, in the sense that you don't want to get screwed over by all these lappers that are trying to race for position themselves. You can see Chastain though making quick work of everybody. He had problems earlier on. Kept that #1 Worldwide Express Chevy in the mix. And yeah, blazing through the lap traffic right now. activities. See Austin Cindric here. He's actually got a good seat for this battle up at the front of the pack. Todd Gilliland and Christopher Bell for the lead. One for the free pass spot and two for the lead of this pack. Oh, where's Wallace? Or McLeod is. Nah, he'll get shuffled back a bit. McLeod, he'll be fourth, battling with Ty Gibson. He will clear the 54 there. Wallace in second, though, but there's a considerable group of cars between him and Ross Chastain.
Still outside, they're clear. Outside now, outside. 31 trying to push. Doing the 20. Still there. Top's covered.
Haley was thinking of pushing.
42's outside. Top still covered.
Oh, they're saying the 42's outside. Is Ross Chastain actually looking to get it back in front of this pack? That would put Todd Gilliland as the free pass car. But Gilliland skillfully blocking. Would give Cindric the free pass spot, so the battle is still on behind them. And obviously we know it's just a matter of time, really, before somebody kind of spins here on that Atlanta backstretch. Yeah, Chastain, though, is adapted. He leads the pack. Christopher Bell, though, the free pass car at the moment. Even though Johnson was scored free pass car, though Johnson is coming back. As Bubba Wallace still trying to make a charge for the front, trying to make a case against Ross Chastain. As Elliott and Gibbs are just nowhere near the pace. Gibbs is getting there, I believe. No, Gibbs is not really. So,
all caught up here on the bottom. He'll push to 10 now up there. Top covered.
McLeod, Gibbs, Elliott not really racing that hard for a spot. But Todd Gilliland has been very impressive in this race.
The right 1.5, 24 outside still. Top still covered. Top still covered. Everybody 2 in front of 24 by 1. Top still covered. 48 outside. A half still outside. 2 here.
Todd Gilliland will actually get his lap back under green because he's technically ahead of the leader. So that, technically speaking, puts him on the lead lap. So Gilliland's perfectly capable of unlapping himself. Kyle Busch, the free pass car now. Dive to the bottom. And way to the bottom. Logano with a huge run. So Logano and Gilliland have now unlapped themselves to the 1. And Chastain's kind of cruising at this point, I think, because Wallace just keeps burying himself further and further back in traffic. He's actually going to get caught by the 9 if he keeps up this high lane. As Busch and Gregson battling still. Actually, no, Busch is 2 laps down somehow. And obviously, Bowman and Ty Dillon, the 2 retirees. So most of the pack 1 lap down. Kyle Busch is 2 laps down. He's looking to go 1 down. And he might have to, and then he'll have to cycle back around, I think. Even on the backstretch, and that's going to be a caution. This is a crucial race back for Gilliland and Logano. Chastain trying to get to the inside, but at the line, Gilliland survives. Joey Logano, Todd Gilliland will go back to the lead lap. Taking a look here, though. That is the 36 of Zane Smith, and it looks like he has blown a tire. So I guess an eye for an eye in Front Row Motorsport. As Zane Smith reports to the garage. But with Joey Logano, Todd Gilliland, they beat the 1 car back. They will get 1 lap back. They will go back to the lead, and then Noah Gregson was scored as the free pass car. Kyle Busch will also get 1 of his laps back. So that will put Busch back in contention here. That will propel Logano, Gregson, and Todd Gilliland back in this race, which could be cataclysmic for Chastain. They will have to start at the rear, so it's possible that something goes wrong. We see Zane Smith in the garage there, and that will be the end of his day. He hit, looks like hit a couple cars pretty hard. Pretty torn up 36 there. But that being said, now that our free pass cars have cycled around, we're going to get ready to go back racing. Green flag in the air.
Outside, clear low. 3 wide, 2 wide. 40 still there. Clear out.
As Gregson has some interesting troubles here. Yellow is out, and it looks like as Gregson tries to get that car started, it's just not going to start. That's got to be a swift yellow. And a saving grace for a lot of drivers. Holy moly. So Eric Jones, Christopher Bell, Eric Amarola get laps back. But Noah Gregson completely blew his engine in the weirdest of ways. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Yeah, something is smoking bad in there, and it's probably the engine. A very peculiar way for your engine to let go, though. This is Gregson report back to the pit area. So 39 cars still in the running now. 4 are out. So that Legacy Motor Club car is going to have some work to do. Well, that's going to be very good, actually, for Bell, who needs points, Jones, and also Eric Amarola, they will all get their laps back. Chastain will remain on the pole. So we are slowly getting cars back to the lead lap, as some people clearly cannot play nice back here. So, yeah, if you're Eric Jones or Christopher Bell or Eric Amarola, not Noah Gregson, this is a good day for you. This was a lucky break. William Byron is going to be given a drive penalty, I think, for that, possibly. Take a look at what he did. So we'll see if anybody else's car stalls out. Chastain's still your pole sitter, though, or still your race leader. Chase Elliott is buried back in traffic, and that is his second biggest interaction at Wallace's. So we're gonna get this back started before William Byron does any more tomfoolery. As nobody else's car has stalled out in turn 2. Briscoe's, though. Briscoe had a terrible. What was that? That's Todd Gilliland's having a poor run. But now 10 cars on the lead lap. Gregson would have been the 11, but then he proceeded to shoot himself in the foot in the center.
Couple more. 34's coming with. Still out there.
Yeah. I gotta find Byron. Hold up.
Door. Bringing the one with. Outside.
Can't find him.
few more to bottom to surge.
William Byron being given a penalty there. He'll have to do a stop and go. I mean, he will have more fuel. The question is, does he choose to pit with everybody else? So Chastain out front. Actually, now Christopher Bell out front. They're getting very laggy. You might just have to have you watch from the screen. Continue recording from the screen. But Bell leads, Chastain second, Amarola third, Breeson fourth. He's the next three pass car. Where LaJoy and Daniel Suarez are back, though. Yeah, I'm just going to have you continue the recording from the screen. Hold on. I'm sorry. Alright, well, we appear to have fixed our lag problem, so that's good. So you can see... Yeah. And you can just finish the recording from the stream, so it's not a total waste of time. Christopher Bell should be scored the leader here next time by. Yes, he will. Okay, so the ticker is not broken. Stenhouse, though, the next car up for the free pass. Running behind the top four race leaders. Bubba Wallace there in fifth, though. He's starting to work his way back up towards the front as Christopher Bell looks to kind of maybe break away. No. No, we don't. They're kind of letting off the gas. They're not being very forceful with it. But you can see Chastain to the inside of Christopher Bell. He will take the lead back. Bell tucks in behind Amarola and Chastain for third. Stenhouse and Daly are moving their way forward as McLeod drops back. He will actually fall to fifth if he's not careful because Bubba Wallace is right there. Yeah, 10 cars now on the lead lap. Quite a few one lap down. The only one that is not... Actually, no, William Byron remains one lap down. As now Amarola gets to the inside of the one car. And Connor Daly actually clears Ricky Stenhouse for the free pass position. Not have what? They didn't race in 2023. Team Heseberg didn't race in the 2023 season, so... Just kind of riding around here 48 laps in. Connor Daly trying to hold his free pass spot over Daniel Suarez, who is really going to fight him for that. As
Nothing pushing. Top is covered. Top is covered. Nothing pushing. Nothing in front of the 1x1. Still outside 5.
As Christopher Bell, it looks like will pit. Eric Amarola pits as well.
Little hole behind the 5.
McLeod, Wallace,
Take it. Going up.
Chase Elliott, and Ty Gibbs kind of running in that second group. We're going to watch these leaders with intent to see, if any they mess up. This could be a lucky day for few drivers. It looks like only a handful will peel off the racetrack on this run. Yes, they did. They ran the 500. Yeah. Beard Motorsports raced the 500, Talladega, both Atlantas, or at least I think they were planning to run both Atlantas. Gibbs, Chastain, Daly, a lot of the guys. Ty Gibbs. Okay, Gibbs was in that group. So who are the fellows that stayed out? LaJoy, Haley, Reddick, McDowell, and Jimmy Johnson taking an interesting fuel approach here. They will be coming in this time, though. Eric Amarola beats everybody off pit road. Connor Daly still has his precious free pass, though, assuming we don't get a caution. Here comes the last group of hitters. LaJoy, Haley, Reddick, Johnson, McDowell. We need to see where they cycle out. There's our main group. And they are going to shuffle right in the thick of it. LaJoy actually gets a good stop. He's going to now contend with Henhouse and Daly. The free pass spot and going to blow by them easily. That 7 car is going to be a threat, even if he does get that free pass position. Everybody kind of integrates nicely once again. But yeah, everybody's all together. One big happy family here in the pack. This is what I like about super speedways, Honk. I don't know about you, but it's just the idea that, you know, everybody's kind of racing together. I mean, sure, you can blue flag the lap cars and you can do all that, but at the end of the day, you're all just kind of running together and making the most of it. That is another pretty big problem with super speedways. Or LaJoy, though, is trying to clear what I want to say, he's trying to clear Chastain right now. That would give Allmendinger the free pass, so he is hoping that happens. Chastain continues to lead, but I think with LaJoy gets his lap back, it's going to get really bad.
Top is still covered. You know, half back, watch your bottom. You in the 42, half part in front of you, half part of the 1. 2 by 2. Still the 42 out there, 10 in your mirror. Tight when you get to the 1 in front of you. 2 by 2.
As looking up, LaJoy is actually going to get past Chastain, most likely. LaJoy will clear Chastain.
Do anything inside.
Mm-hmm.
From the 54 by 2. The 10. By himself down there. Clear 5's coming to push half back. Don't let him get to your top. By 1. Up in front of the 54.
As Chastain and Amarola do get back out front, though.
The 5.
Caution again.
Half to the 5. He's got the 9 pushing him. Half back. In line.
And that will be a caution if there is truly a spin. Looking back.
Nothing on the 54/2.
I would not be surprised if it was Owie Logan. Owie Logan throws. And it is Joey Logano. So now the question is, who's going to make it back around? So a brief caution for Logano. And it looks like Corey LaJoie will be our free pass car. So Corey LaJoie gets his lap back. So Corey LaJoie could be a very lethal threat to this race. I could definitely see that. Corey LaJoie has been fast. I know you weren't around for the early portions of the race, but Corey LaJoie was the car to beat. And that was, I think, obvious to everybody that watched. So it'll just be interesting here as we go back. Green, no huddle restart here. So we're going to ride along with LaJoie here, see how he slices and dices the pack. No, he gets caught up as Harvick trips up in turn 2. Amarola, though, out front. So 11 cars should be on the lead lap now. Actually, no, because Logano's one down from his little oopsie. So 10 cars on the lead lap. Joey Logano back 1 lap down. Now running 36th. But LaJoie's got a tight pack of cars in front of him. And he just keeps getting screwed up in turn 1. Truex or whoever it is, they always stack up. And I'm assuming LaJoie is getting pretty frustrated at this point on the radio. During a round of green flag pit stops, Ty Gibbs, seen here in the green and yellow number 54, reportedly went down pit road, went into his box, got out of his car, went over to the 9 team's box, and then raped Eddie DeHaan. At 64 laps in, we have a new leader, ladies and gentlemen. Bubba Wallace, your race leader, fighting Justin Haley here, who wants to stay on the lead lap. If Haley would not get past it, put Newman in free pass position. And it looks like Newman will clear the 31, so he gets up to the free pass spot. As Amarola cruising in second, McLeod in third, Gibbs fourth, Chastain way back in fifth. And he can only fall farther from there as Chastain continues to struggle.
Keeps working the track up higher and higher. 54 does.
So Joy battling back there with Todd Gilliland. Hasn't really found a whole lot of speed just yet.
Still by 2 in front of the 9. 30, 31, 43, 10. Right way here. Still 10 of them.
As Chastain falling back as Bubba Wallace leads and somebody's pitting. That is William Byron, who's on a completely different fuel strategy than everybody else, so that makes sense to see him pit. And he exits pit road, still about 2 corners back on the pack. Chandler Smith in the back of that group there. Only 39 cars in the race, 38 of them in this lead group. Only 10 of those are on the lead lap. Ryan Newman, the free pass car now, but competition.
Nah, I'll give it a little bit. 10-4. Just give me a heads up. Well, come on, good. Half by half front back.
I don't know. He's a lap back on the field, but he could get it back under green, possibly. Also running away, drafting with Amarola. So it looks like Newman could be the free pass car from now. But Keselowski and Haley are getting a little fed up behind that 78, so could get interesting here. As they're just going to completely barge through on the inside over BJ McLeod. Going to move him up high. And that also contains Chase Elliott, the hometown favorite. Well, really America's favorite, if you think about it. Making some moves. And Haley gets clear. Now chasing down Newman. Bub Walls on lap 69. Could this favor the 51 for, you know, obvious reasons? $74 to go now, or about 74 to go. Wallace still out front. Amarola, though, chasing in second.
There's caught a couple lappers, like 4 of them in a row up there that they're catching. Be a little hairy when you get to them, they're all on the bottom. You're all caught up front, all one of them.
See, Amarola spotted there telling him he's got some lappers. Kind of working their way up the order. Amarola in second still. Ty Gibbs is gaining, though. As they got a lot of cars that are going to catch them, and they're going to pit with this group. As Justin Haley trying once again to get his lap back under green, something that a lot of drivers have been able to do today. And it helps them to retain a lot of track position. That is. There's 130 laps to go, or 131 laps to go next time by. Here from Atlanta. So I expect the field will be coming to pit road here soon.
Back 31. 51 jumps front.
Anyways, we're free Willy. There's Free Willy. So Wallace continuing to lead, but Justin Haley has gotten back out in front. Coming into the pit window, either this time or next time. There's a couple drivers pit. That's Amarola, Jones, Gilliland, Kyle Busch, and Christopher Bell. So mostly lead lap cars there. But very tiny, a minority really. As Keselowski and Newman now trying to reel in the 23 so they can get their laps back. But they will be pitting this time, and Wallace will not. Neither will Justin Haley. So we'll see where they shuffle out here. As Wallace, Chastain 1-2. But quite a difference between them as this small group now. Everybody's really kind of been swapping pit strategies throughout the day. It's been interesting to watch. As Amarola gets out in front of that secondary group, so we're just trying to figure out where Wallace is going to cycle out in all of this madness, and Justin Haley as well, of course. As they now pit. Yeah, either way, Jimmy Johnson is looking really good. He will pretty much be guaranteed a points lead as long as he just finishes strong. And, yeah. As Haley will beat out the leaders, but Amarola for the race lead beats the 23 out. That's big. It is very big right there. Ryan Newman now in the free pass position. So yeah, Justin Haley, your next free pass car. Oriole Joy, though, has not had really a big head of speed like we expected him to. Quite shocking. Van Gisbergen is... Where is he? He's 19th. He's 19th. Oh. German Riffick! Oh. Emerald letting off the gas there, keeps his foot in it. Oh, as Newman has to check back up bad. But Eric Amarola, your race leader, 79 laps in.
One apart, front rear.
As RFK teammates are going to find themselves lined up back-to-back here, possibly.
Looking like about 6-4 for us now.
Real. Where's Free Willy? Here he is. Byron 18th at the moment. Justin Haley, though, is looking really strong to get his lap back here. He just needs a lucky caution, perhaps. I would definitely anticipate that. Real. Damarola trying to get to the inside of Haley. But he does. So Haley will be the free pass car still. That means Newman will remain one lap down. But Bubba Wallace is about 2 points of fuel better than Eric Amarola. So that could be detrimental if this pit window gets right to the end of the race. Although, obviously, Amarola overcutting last time, we see on the replay there with the audio, significantly benefited that 10 car, and he was able to get out way in front. Well, also trying to get past Newman as Haley's trying to find his lap, find a possible another run at getting his lap back. Newman catching.
Full one to blend in here.
Probably not.
I'll roll one apart here. Full one on the bottom 3 up.
Come on, how bad can I possibly be?
All clear.
Oh.
This time, Timmy. This time.
Darlington. There's a little battle back here for 8th or 7th now. 6th, actually. I'm the biggest bear. As here comes Wallace back to the inside with help from drafting Justin Haley. Bubba Wallace back out front. Real. That would be very interesting.
Down straightaway. Burr index. Right here. There's 4 tires. 10 away, 3 in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop short. 2 o'clock on the right.
Hmm. $88 laps complete out of 134 scheduled. The distance. Rain in the area, but we don't anticipate it getting here before this race ends. We can't do that. Kozlowski slides his way past the 23 car. And really, this has been a caution-free run so far. Very peculiar. Newman goes past as well. So that puts Austin Dillon in the free pass as of right now. Zamarola gets the lead back. Squeezed Wallace there a little bit. Whoa. Come on, quick, get in the game, get in the game. Oh, shit. Alright, well, we will have a red flag, so that will mean Justin Haley. Actually, that will pretty much forgive everybody in that sense. I just reconnected to my phone, so my phone hotspot works really well, as I've come to learn. Oh! It saved it! It saved it! It saved it! It still has the stuff! Because I reconnected and I put it on my hotspot really fast. Oh, Haley, Newman, Kozlowski, Dillon were ahead of Bubba Wallace at the time. We will be throwing a comp caution, though, just because that was a really confusing stretch. And if things hold, Brad Kozlowski will get the free pass. No, Kozlowski jumps ahead! And William Byron pits. And that will inadvertently give Byron the free pass. I think my internet is shit because there's a thunderstorm outside. So that would explain it. Not a tornado threat. Okay, so 4 cars will be back on the lead lap. Those will be Justin Haley, who looked really strong, Rocket Ryan Newman, Brad Kozlowski, Austin Dillon, and William Byron snuck his way into a free pass spot as well. But you know what? Hendrick Motorsports, so this ain't the first time. 4 cars are out of this race, 39 remaining. Noah Gregson, Zane Smith, Alex Bowman, and Ty Dillon will be your cars out of the running order as we wait for our 4 friends to cycle back around here. Justin Haley, Ryan Newman, Brad Kozlowski, and Austin Dillon. So 4 cars back in the running, 90 laps. So that's about 50 to go. Oh my god. We've had a lot of we did. Atlanta was rain delayed. Mario. Green flag back out here from I Need Mats at Atlanta. Oh my god, he made a Fortnite reference. Fortnite Battle Pass. I just shit. So, Newman, Byron, Kozlowski, Haley, Dillon all have a new lease on life in this race. As Wallace is just being hoarded by lap cars now. Oh my god. Chris Buescher leading the charge, and they're 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Him and Amarola are just like overwhelmed. And I don't blame them, honestly. That outputs 15 cars on the lead lap, though, so these lap positions are getting more and more critical. As McDowell, Buescher trying to get their laps back. Johnson in third. Wallace still leads, hoarded by lap traffic, as we mentioned. Chastain, though, is making some strides. Amarola and McLeod as well. And Chase Elliott is somewhere. Oh, Chase Elliott's back there. Amarola and McLeod going to get past the one car, being trapped up on the high side. EJ McLeod could go to the lead here, and he will. Tucking in line. As the yellow is being thrown, some like sprinkles in the area. Quick competition yellow. BJ McLeod leads him back to the flag, and another 4 cars will get their laps back. So Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, Chris Buescher, and Jimmy Johnson back to the lead lap. BJ McLeod, your race leader. So waiting for those 4 guys to come around. About 130 laps to go at the flag. As the rain has cleared out, we are deeming it safe to go back racing. As we have not lost Shane Van Gisbergen. Have we lost somebody? No, we haven't, because Bubba's like straddling 2 rows. So watching Eric Amarola here. And green flag is back out. BJ McLeod's still your race leader. We'll see how long that lasts, though, as there's a big run coming on the bottom for that 10 car. Now 19 cars on the lead lap. So almost half this field back to the lead lap. And the cars that, of course, the cars that are already on the lead lap and have had a couple free passes, getting some lucky breaks to try and fight up at the front. There's Ross Chastain back to the inside. Kind of in a line of cars. Christopher Bell, the race leader. Chastain going to try and fight a way past. Bell moves up high. And Chastain will follow Kyle Busch through the corner. And Ross Chastain back to the race lead. As we are closing up on green flag pit stops, this will be the first of likely 2 more pit stops in this race. Gregson didn't blow an engine. Well, his just kind of stalled. So Cindric leads. As there are some considerable fuel discrepancies, though, in this pack. As here comes Rocket Ryan Newman, 3 wide with Chastain and McLeod. That's a race lead right there. And BJ McLeod back out front. A lot of Chevrolets. I didn't see any. BJ McLeod looking for his first career win, though, but we see a couple cars pitting. Bell pits and there's a spin on the back. I believe that was Austin Hill, and it is. No caution, though. Bell's going to be able to get it rolling pretty soon. Pretty quick here. Possibly. Yes, he will. So he'll get it rolling before.
5 away. Ready. Go.
There's a group that pitted. The group that pitted just exited there.
Half by half behind, still inside. Barely
I believe Elliott's pitting now. Yep, Chase Elliott's coming in. We'll see who else comes with him.
cleared off the 2 behind.
BJ McLeod will be pitting. Kyle Busch will be pitting. Chastain will stay out a couple more laps with Byron, Wallace, and a few others.
Room in front. Still in front.
As Byron could one-stop this, but he looks like he's going to pit just to have draft.
7, then solid. All single file here. 248 feet behind. 3 cars left here on the bottom.
Byron's pitting this time. He'll pit with Chastain and the group behind him. Henry doesn't realize that this is a super speedway and draft is important. And he also kind of got lucky from a drive-through penalty, which we're not allowing. As there is the leaders, and Chastain actually gets out in third. It's not a bad stop by any retrospect. And he's going to get a quick run to the high side, and he will clear Christopher Bell. And Ross Chastain will continue right back where he started. Little contact there with the 20. Christopher Bell not going to be too happy about that one as he gets forced up to the high lane. McLeod back in the middle lane in second. That Live Fast 78. He's not won yet, but he had a great finish at Phoenix. So this looks like it's going to be the rise of the back markers here. This little stretch of races here from Phoenix, Atlanta, and maybe even Coda. Newman in third, but he gets shuffled back. Kyle Busch, I believe, is now the first car 1 lap down. Where's our boy Kyle Busch? There he is. And Busch, the first car 1 lap down.
Half in front, half by quarter. Behind you.
McLeod back to the inside.
19, then the 2.
Chastain blocks.
19, 248. Quarter in front. Still inside barely. Quarter in front. Quarter in front.
30 to go when they come to the line. As Busch clears McLeod, here comes William Byron. Byron needs a good finish today. And Kyle Busch is going to clear Ross Chastain, and Busch will get his lap back. Kyle Busch will become the 20th car on the lead lap. He's got some work to do, though, if he wants to catch all the way back up. Kind of run back around on the pack. Chastain's still out front. William Byron in second, though. And Byron's going to try and look low. Byron's going to... Yeah, I would say LaJoy has not been doing so strong right now. He's doing better than quite a few of the lead lap cars, but...
Top of 3.
just not good enough at the moment. He's actually in jeopardy of losing that main pack. Meanwhile, up at the front, Chastain moves way high. That will allow Byron to move in and take the race lead. Chastain. Oh, no. Save the progress, baby. Come on. Oh! No! Damn, it didn't work that time. So, because Roblox is stupid... Actually, no. Because David Bazuki is a generous man, that will give the entire... That will reset the entire field back to the lead lap. And this is going to take a while. So this could really shake things up. This is what happened at Phoenix, though. Similar issues. So Roblox midday maintenance throwing a wrench in the gears of this sim league. That's just a skill issue, though. So this race just suddenly got very, very interesting. A couple cars we do need to pull from contention, though. We'll make this look a little more organized later. Where's my goob, Noah Gregson? All right, well, 110 laps complete. This is set to be very interesting. Possibly one more pit stop. We will see. Green flag is back out. Yeah, a lot of the guys that were looking really strong are now going to have to claw their way back up to the front. Kyle Larson, your race leader, though. So Deuce himself has taken over Roblox if Larson wins this race, is essentially how that's going to go. Kyle Busch, Harrison Burton, LaJoy. McLeod, Chastain, Bell, though, those kind of front-runner cars, sort of starting to work their way back forward. There's 39 cars in the actual pack, and then obviously the 4 that have pulled out. Here comes LaJoy, though.
The 11th leading, so it's going to make the bottom a little better. He is lifting leading now. We can get to the lead, yes. Push up, catch down a little better. We'll work on it when we can.
Oh, as LaJoy gets a huge shove from Denny Hamlin and is going to run it down to the inside. And Corey LaJoy, we've been talking about, he's going to get a big run and take the lead here. Harrison Burt, LaJoy did finish runner-up to Allmendinger last week, who is currently running 39th. Yeah, LaJoy is running out ahead now, big time. Larson second. Larson out in second, but nobody can catch LaJoy at the moment. We should see one more green flag pit stop up before the race is over. $15 to go at the line. LaJoy, Larson, Logano, Blaney, Hamlin, your top, or was your top 5. Now it's Burton. And Larson reporting a stiff vibration. He said he's got to pit early. Kyle Larson in trouble, but this could be his last stop of the race. Yeah, obviously we'll see one more stop from just about everybody else here, so ain't necessarily a surprising thing. LaJoy out front even more comfortably now. Did it just end? Or no, it's still going. Or it's still going. It's still going. That's my bad. Well, it's because they're under like a caution, so. Harrison Burton looking for second now. As you can see, Larson still about a corner back. It's pretty straightforward. But looking at the live points battle, I believe Chastain would actually take the points lead if things held as they were, because Harvick is way behind, just like Johnson is. And Keselowski still has too big of a deficit where he can actually really make a dent in the standings, even though he's 5th. So, as it stands, Ross Chastain would be your points leader. Good days in the making, though, for Ryan Newman, William Byron, Chase Briscoe suffering a little bit less. A little bit less now. Actually, no, Briscoe is suffering worse, I think. Where is he? Briscoe 23rd. So Briscoe, good points day in the making for him. Chase Elliott, Travis Pastrana. So some drivers going to get some good points today, I think. Although, I think I saw somebody on pit road. I did not, apparently. Is Johnson now dropping out of the pack? Harvick, Van Gisbergen. So all the guys really making a run for the points now falling off the pace. And falling off the pace hard. I'll give it to him in a minute. Oh. So you want to run a NASCAR Cup Series? So you want to run the NASCAR Cup Series? Yeah. Henry can just run the Xfinity Series, and then I'll run the Cup Series. Oh, that's a good idea, Honk. You should do the Xfinity Series. Henry can do the Truck Series. And then we can just kind of comparative, and then we can just go off of each other's stats, and then, like, you know. Well, then we can have, like, driver transfers and stuff, like, interchangeably between series. That's actually a good idea. Cute. I am not cute. You call me cute one more time, I will obliterate. Wait, I can't say that. I can't say that. Don't call me cute. I'm gonna go, though. We are coming up on a possible pit stop here. Joey Logano is running down Corey LaJoy right now. My man BK in third.
Lanes are even up to row 2. Route by 1 on exit. Route by 1. Route by 2.
Oh! Logano goes flying! Wild accident, and that will be the caution, and everybody's coming to pit road for that one. Holy moly. Oh, baby. He did not blow a tire. He legitimately went flying. Like, he got punted by someone. He blew... Oh my god, I'm about to... And that could be a concussion right there. I'm kidding. And that's going to be a big caution right there. So now only 38 cars in this race. Everybody pit. Everybody is itching for a good start here. Corey LaJoy on the pole, 5 to go. We're going to get right back into it. Green flag is back out. LaJoy leads, Briscoe second, Elliott third, Pastrana fourth. Suarez to the bottom. This could be big. Daniel Suarez is 35th in the point standing, so this could be a big win for him today if he does. 4 to go. Henry and Honk, just to confirm, if we do collab, like for Truck and Xfinity, you guys all have Roblox Studio, so you can update your own like race subs, right? Okay. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. We need to do that.
Still outside. Still there. 1-8-12 to you.
You have Roblox. Hold on. 3 laps to go here. Okay, so we know he does. 2 to go next time. 3 wide for second place. Chandler Smith, I think, will get the edge there. At the line, he will. Oh, Custer. Oh, Suarez out front and leading strong. Austin Hill is running good as well. Had some problems earlier. Here's a battle for the points lead. White flag. Daniel Suarez out front here at Atlanta, but Chandler Smith looking to upset it. Suarez blocks. Suarez blocking the 13. What will Chandler Smith have out of turn 2? Here comes Pastrana making a move. This is going to get interesting. Very, very, very interesting here. We're rolling through 3 and 4. Here comes a run from Austin Hill, but nobody's going to have anything. Daniel Suarez exits turn number 4. He will win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Real. It doesn't matter. I do mine every day. It doesn't, like... Jimmy Johnson finishes 19th. I think that's enough to keep him in the points lead.